According to Crazy Joe.
Sleepy Joe.
Sleepy Joe.
Yeah. Sleepy Joe.
Oh my god, bro! I was trying to stay neutral, bro.
Sleepy Joe was asked, "Is there a crisis at the border? Is it secure?" He said, and I quote, "No, it's not."
Before you go there, was he fresh off of a nap when he asked that question?
All right, good. You done got off your mama's titty.
Anyway, y'all, look. Welcome to Minds of Melanin. This is what we do. We chop it up. We get it in. Like, share, subscribe, and hit that subscribe button, that bell, that ding, so you'll know when we go live or next time we post a video.
Only if their fingers is feeling froggy. Though.
See, he don't want to do it anymore. I don't know why he don't want to do the whole.
He's trying to stray away from the froggy fingers. What happened?
Because I didn't think y'all was kind of feeling the frogginess of what I was saying. You understand?
Something must have happened.
Nah, man, roll with that. Let that ride.
Yeah, man.
Look, speaking of invasion of space and privacy with all these different cultures and things happening, Asians trying to get their hair looking more African American, which I think is weird, by the way. Hey, y'all still let me know if y'all know what I'm talking about. It's something been going on. I've been wanting to talk about this. We've been talking about this all week amongst ourselves, and I kind of wanted to bring it to the platform, man, and so we can have a little bit of discourse about it. This border crisis.
Oh shit. Is it really a crisis, though?
Well,
that's some people ask.
According to Joe Biden.
I was trying to keep it straight.
According to Crazy Joe.
Sleepy Joe.
Sleepy Joe.
Yeah. Sleepy Joe.
Oh my god, bro! I was trying to stay neutral, bro.
Sleepy Joe was asked, "Is there a crisis at the border? Is it secure?" He said, and I quote, "No, it's not."
Before you go there, was he fresh off of a nap when he asked that question?
He said, "No, it's not." He said, when Biden was asked if the border was secure, he said, I quote, "I haven't believed it for the last 10 years. And I've said it for the last 10 years. Give me the money."
That's not true.
This is what y'all president said.
What money though? What he said, give me the money. Give him what money? What did he talk about?
He need the money to make the border secure.
How he gonna make it secure?
Well, he did say also at the beginning of his campaign, he wasn't gonna build another foot.
He did say
that wall.
He said he wasn't gonna build.
You can't hold a nigga to what he said yesterday.
He did say that. He said no. If I'm not mistaken, he said during my administration there would not be another foot built. He said that.
Well, to be clear, you know how much I love a technicality. He said there wouldn't be another foot built. He didn't say I wouldn't finish the wall.
Well, technically,
he put 22 miles worth of wall.
That's quite a few thousand feet. So yeah. And for the audience out there, for anybody,
at some point you measured it more than foot.
Yeah, for the audience out there who, all my Biden supporters who decided that they want to, you want to clap. We're gonna go ahead and throw a link in here just in case y'all forgot about that video that he did many moons ago. But he definitely said he wasn't gonna build
many naps ago.
But ain't that what they do to the Democratic voters though, right? Ain't that what they do to get them on their side, more especially the people that look like us, right? They tell us one thing, we gonna do this, we gonna do that, then all of a sudden, when the rubber meets the road, guess what? Yeah. They flip-flopping. We don't never hold them accountable.
Yeah, of course not.
Never hold them accountable.
Because most of the people, I mean, in our communities anyway, but most people I don't want to. Most people, when they associate Republican and Democrat, they think of white versus black. That's what they think of. And for the most part, let me be the first one to say, all of you who think that way are all idiots. There's
That was a bomb. That was a bomb.
that.
All of them. Got
Yes.
the DJ Clue bomb right there.
All of you people.
You're all in.
Listen up, America. So even with all that, right? I think the border crisis is something that I don't even think that many people are really thinking that it's a problem, right? I don't think that they looking at it from these different perspectives, right?
Mhm.
I think it's more that, hey, if it ain't on my front doorstep, then I'm not concerned with it, right? And at any moment, it could be on either one of our front doorsteps, right?
Yeah.
And I know, Davis, it was some couple of points that we was talking about, man, and your explanation of how this can affect the majority of us. What were you saying about that?
Well, like, so us is, I won't say us, but typically the most, well, I'll say that. So us as Americans, like we really don't.
The working class. Go ahead and say
There
it.
you go. There you go. So us as the working class, we generally don't really care about it, and they don't really understand like how bad it like affects them. You see what I'm saying? So, for example, because I'm here in Texas, right? I've been in the great state of Texas for about 2 years now, and it's pretty dope. Now, what I will tell you,
I love y'all governor, by the way.
I don't know who it is. I'll be in Texas for another, I don't know, 10 months, and I'm rolling. But what I will say about being in Texas, though, I've been cutting my grass for the better part of about, I don't know, my whole life. And I came to Texas.
That's a pretty good partner.
When I came to Texas about 2 years ago, I walked outside with my lawnmower, and my neighbors looked at me like, ew. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, I got these people, who cut my grass front and back for $20 every 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, let's just say they come from the south. They come from south of the border.
To make
You understand?
a public service announcement / apology. Because we got, Shaw, you don't know this, but we got a homie who never cut grass. And he's from Texas.
He from Houston, yeah.
And at the point in time where this whole grass cutting thing came out, I tried to explain to him. I said, "Oh, bro, he from Texas." Yeah, he never.
I didn't understand it at first because like he had a chick that was like, "Oh, he wasn't."
They roasted the hell out of this man.
Because old girl asked me like, she was like, "Yo, Davis, you cut?" I said, "Hey, yeah, I cut grass. I grew up chopping wood to chase chicken. You fucking right, I cut grass. I don't, Then I came here,
and it was with one of them little roly things too.
Yeah. I got one of the bitches hanging up in my garage, right? You know what I'm saying? So, but it's crazy, bro, because like it was like, I came here and I realized, but I'm almost certain that the motherfucker that cut my grass every 2 weeks is undocumented. You know what I'm saying? I'm almost positive that he is.
But so from what you're saying is you're benefiting from it.
Well, selfishly, I'm benefiting from it, but at the same time, I think it's kind of a hindrance. It's like a thorn in my ass at times too. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta explain that one.
Well, so I remember a while ago, I was up in New York. I lived in New York City for about 3 years, right? So I was up there.
New York is one of the sanctuary cities, y'all. In case y'all didn't know.
They call it the harboring state.
They've been affected by the border crisis too.
Oh yeah, they've been affected.
The NYPD has been affected by the border crisis.
But I was up there, and I remember, right? Like I got sideswiped. I had back then I had an F-150 Lariat, right? Nice motherfucker, love that bitch. And I got sideswiped and clipped my side view mirror. That was a $300 mirror. So I clipped that motherfucker and I got the motherfucker license, tried to get license plate and all the rest. He ain't had no insurance, no nothing. Come to find out, I think that bitch was undocumented. You know what I'm saying? So shit like that, because like when you ain't got no paperwork, obviously you can't get insurance and all the rest of that and blah, 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 blah. And so like long-term wise, it affects us, and not to mention, but even at that, bro, like, can we really say it affects the working class? Because I mean, because let's just be honest, like this generation nowadays, they so fucking entitled. Most of them don't even fucking work. They all want to be entrepreneurs. You get these motherfuckers a cricket and a pack of t-shirts, and they think they got a whole fucking business. Ignorant bitches.
But see, that's where I think that the border crisis is rearing its ugly head, and we can't even see it yet.
Yeah.
Right. I think that I think Joe Biden, at the same note, while he's making this wall, right? Oh, Sleepy Joe.
Every time you see his name, bro, I think I just laugh.
Oh, Sleepy Joe. That's what we gonna call him. He making the border wall. You understand? At the same note, he making laws to where all of you Negroes out there who decided y'all want to go out and get them gig jobs, right?
Well, hold on now. So you know me, man. I advocate for the Jaquans and the Shaquanaquays of the world. So excuse me when I say, what the fuck are you talking about, Kobe Bryant? What is a gig job?
Oh, I was getting there.
Okay.
I was getting there.
Yeah.
So all of these gig jobs where y'all wants to be 1099 contracted employees, because it's not a business, right? They make y'all think it's a business because that's the way.
You don't have to use one side air quotes. That's just me. You can put both of them up. You can.
I just did that because I didn't think you could put both of them up.
Yeah,
so
I
didn't want you to feel.
You don't gotta, accommodate for me in this situation. Put in them air quotes.
So look. Y'all wanted to have these quote unquote businesses, but they're not really businesses, right? They're just something that the corporate America or these corporate companies are fooling y'all into believing that y'all have some sort of business going on. The whole time the government wants to know how much money you getting on Cash App, how much money you getting on a PayPal. They want all of that information. Not only that, they taking these jobs where y'all working for Dash and Cash or whatever the fuck that shit called, right? All that shit. They
favors, all that.
Right. They tracking all that. And so Sleepy Joe, he said, well, guess what? These companies is getting over, which they are. So we're gonna make them, if these people that work for you fall into a certain category and they doing a certain amount of things, then we're going to consider them employees.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's what they doing now. And so that's going to cause everybody who got into this gig economy. And again, the gig economy is where these people is going to work for 1099. They calling them side hustles. They calling them businesses. They going to deliver prescriptions and they delivering groceries for Walmart and right. They doing all these things. That's the gig economy. The whole time when they switch that over to you guys being employees instead of 1099, y'all gonna try to go back and get them jobs at Waffle House, McDonald's, places like that. But then guess what? Sleepy Joe ain't sleeping on the job no more. Because guess what he doing? He giving all them immigrants or them asylum seekers ability to work. So all them jobs that y'all didn't want, guess what's happening? They getting them.
Mm-hmm.
And then when y'all figure out that the jobs that y'all went to go get is no longer the job that you want, you ain't gonna be able to go back and get them jobs. Then what you gonna do?
You know what's funny about it, right? Because we always, so like, this is the ironic part, right? This is what I think is fucking hilarious. So for what appears to be fucking eons, and for you simple-minded people who don't know what the fucking eon is, Google it. But for eons, people, they sat there and we claimed that like the employment rate was so low and it wasn't no jobs out there. Now, simultaneously, the main people who complain about wasn't no jobs out there and all the rest of that are the main people who voted for the motherfuckers that advocated for bringing extracurricular people over here, if you will. Ain't that some ironic shit?
But they can't see that though. Why can't they see that?
To its extracurricular people.
Oh, that was just some shit I put out my ass.
Yeah, that was the new one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why can't they see that? Why just call them what they is? Illegal immigrants, man. That's what it
I don't
is.
say that, man, because the person who cut my grass might see this video and he might stop.
You think he know? You think he don't know if he illegal or not? You think he was like, oh man, I thought I was illegal. I thought I was legal, even though I didn't fill out paperwork.
Personally, bro, I'm gonna be real with you. Even if he watched this shit, I don't think he know what the fuck I'm talking about. Cause when I be talking to him, cause I got an irrigation system in my front yard, and his blades be too fucking low, and I be like, "Yo, raise your blades." He's like,
okay, my friend.
I could probably say some shit like, "Yo, bro, your wife is beautiful.
Okay, my friend.
Can I borrow her for about 5 minutes?"
Okay, my friend. What do you say?
5 minutes, bro.
What do you say?
Respect on your name, my guy.
Not my job. Not my job.
He'll probably just sit there and smile.
But look, I mean, and it's nothing against
Oh, shit.
anybody who's trying to come to the United States of America, right?
Mhm.
Because our country, this country that we live in, was built on immigrants.
Not voluntary immigrants.
Well, I mean, the Irish, where they came from,
Well, that's true. Well,
right?
Did they really build the country though?
I'm saying the country was built on that concept of immigrants coming over, right? Give me the Statue of Liberty. What did it say? Give me your weak, you're poor, you're hungry,
Give me
every motherfucker that you got available.
That's the ones we really want.
Yeah.
But when it came to them Haitians coming over here, they turned them around real fast. I don't know if y'all remember that a few months back.
That was I'm about to
Oh,
tell you
yeah.
a story like a while ago. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So we ain't even gonna get into that
Not
aspect
necessarily
of it
remember the story. I
because
remember like the Haitians being in the news.
Yeah.
I never really dove into why they were surfacing. That's what they
And
were. Like they turned a bunch of them back.
oh yeah, man, they turned them back. Go back. We don't want you.
Not gonna say it.
I mean,
You almost got me, but I ain't gonna say it.
so I think that that's one aspect of why the illegal immigrant situation is hurting us is from that perspective, and I don't even think that we realize it yet, or people have yet to understand it. Now let's just keep it real. There's a lot of people making money off this.
Yeah.
A lot of politicians making money off this. A lot of people that's getting contracts to take care of these illegal immigrants. I heard about something in Chicago where they the nursing company, they was making something like millions of dollars a month to take care of, although they wasn't doing a good job according to the reports,
Right.
but they were still getting paid.
When was the last time you went to Home Depot?
I mean, I ain't went there, but I ride by it just about every other day.
Not the inside of Home Depot. I'm talking about like on
The parking lot, huh? Where the taco truck be right outside. There be about 4-5 of them out there. That's why they don't even have the hot dogs out there no more. They got taco trucks now.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
The sad part is like I'm far removed from the wall that's not supposed to be a wall, but he's silently building the wall. Not so.
I don't think it's silent at all.
I'm about to say not so silent.
It's kind of hard to discreetly put up 22 fucking miles.
I'm just saying, bro. I'm gonna keep taking
I
shots.
imagine there's a lot of jackhammers out there. There's a lot of jackhammers.
He said, "Hey,
A
bro,
lot of
Trump tried
hammering.
to waste all y'all money on this wall, and under my
Mhm.
administration, we won't dedicate no money to this shit if you vote for me." But as soon as he got that vote, he dedicated money to 22 miles worth of wall. But nevertheless, like I ain't gonna keep taking shots.
I mean, it wasn't until the governor of Texas started sending people out of his state. He said, you know what? We're not going to spend no more money on something y'all ain't spending money to fix. We're just going to let them in. Let them come in. We're going to put them on. We're going to pay for the buses. We're going to put them on buses. Then we're going to send their motherfucking asses.
Swimming and traversing all this horrible plane. Hey, Just meet us at the bus stop. We'll bring you in. We'll give you a ticket to New York.
That's right. Chicago. That's right.
We're gonna send you to these major hubs where it's a bunch of people, but it's also a bunch of people who work for or in Washington. We're gonna send you to those places, and once they see y'all showing up in droves, all of a sudden, I feel like the wall will get built. So that's really what happened. But nevertheless, I'm very far away from Texas. I ain't gonna tell you where I'm at, just in case one of you motherfuckers in the comments decide to try to find me. But where I'm at, like, I went to this.
Jersey,
I went to
exact. Come see me.
Home Depot. Probably when was it? Probably about 4 months ago. It's the last time I was driving through Home Depot. And it was probably about 12 or 13 of them out there. Just out in the parking lot, just asking for help. So I imagine Texas Home Depots is flooded right now.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. But so here's the thing though, bro. Like, cause like we get caught up in it, right? And so like for the audience, right? I don't want to make it seem like that we a bunch of entitled motherfuckers who bashing immigrants and stuff like that. Like we
not bashing immigrants. We bashing illegal immigrants.
But even those, right? Because
I'm not bashing them at all. As far as I'm concerned, let them in.
Y'all said it was a problem. So
no, let me go by the record by saying build that wall. But let me say this. So, with me saying that, right? With me saying that, I also want them to know that, if you can understand me, but I also want them to know, like, I understand the struggle too, and I understand the process of getting it. So for example, since I've been in Houston, obviously, the Hispanic culture here is huge, right? And I've met a lot of first generation, Hispanics, Mexicans, Guatemalan, Honduran, stuff like that. And I've heard their stories, So for example, the path of hopping your ass across the goddamn Rio Grande, especially for a female mother. So just imagine, because it's one chick, one young lady, she was telling me about like her mother, and her main goal was to file for her mother to get her green card, to make her life easier. And she was telling me that her mother would did her best to raise them. They jumped from place to place, but her mother did her best to raise them, but she would never talk about her transition to the States. So her mother pretty much brought her and her younger brother here, at an early age, like 4 or 5 or some shit like that. Now, at some point, like when they came through, the mother got split from her kids. She gave her kids away to some random other person with the hopes of seeing them on the other side. Now, she never really understood, like, why the fuck did she do that? Like, why would you voluntarily give your kids? And I think a lot of us would ask the same question. But what actually happened was the mother gave her kids away. It was like, yo, take care of them for me. Hold on to them, because she knew what was coming her way. So her mother, along with a lot of other, mothers and females who take that path, she had, she came with a bunch of our equivalent of Plan Bs, contraceptives, and stuff like that, because she knew that she would have to essentially forcefully give up her body along that route. So some of the motherfuckers who were damn near like cattle herders, who were, helping them through the process, through that, quote unquote underground railroad, they were just basically taking it. You know what I'm saying? And it was understood, like, yo, you want to get over there now? Yeah, go ahead. Let's go ahead to this back alley right here. So, when I heard that story, I was like, damn, man, like it really did something to me. But although I understand that, and like a lot of them that's coming over or whatever the case may be, now some of them are some entitled little shits who just trying to take the easy route or whatever the case may be. But a lot of them, bro, because I know a bunch of them, like they'll file for asylum and stuff like that, and they don't get it for whatever reason. So they do what they got to do. Sometimes it take to pay, $10,000 to, a complete stranger and, to try to get over here and so forth and so on. So, for that being said, for the audience out there, you know, I do understand the struggle, but at the end of the day, build it.
I don't understand how you arrive at the end of the day, build that wall.
Well, because so I just like the hot, like, because I didn't want to say, because I have my reasons for saying build a wall. Obviously, because of the long-term effect of us, right? How it affects us, right? Because, you know, unemployment without immigration, unemployment, especially for, you know, the working class, you know, for our class and down, unemployment is all-time high, and it has been. The fucking national debt is fucking sky high, and it has been. So as you know, organic Americans, we have our own struggles, and we have had our own struggles, especially like for the black community. We have our own struggles, you know, that we're trying to get through. So when you start bringing in extra shit, you know, there's that. But in all actuality, there's cons and pros to immigration. Obviously, I've highlighted one of the cons to immigration, and that's the fact that I don't have to cut my own grass for $20. You know what I'm saying? Another con is the fact that I can just go to, you know, Home Depot, honk my horn in my pickup truck, and then all of a sudden, $50 later, I got a whole painted house. You know, so those are cons. I mean, those are pros, right?
You still get to buy your lettuce for $2.39 a head.
Yeah, but those are pros. Those are pros.
Here's my, I don't want to say my question.
Mm-hmm.
It's more like just an observation of the hypocrisy, I guess, is the best way to describe it.
So what I said, very good.
No, not even just what you said. It's the idea in general. So Shaw alluded to this earlier. So, you know, give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses, all that. Like, that's what this country was founded on. Like, there's a segment of the country, and that would be the African American segment of the country that was forcefully brought here. But then everybody else was their version of an illegal.
Some people would differ with that, but that's a conversation for another day.
That's a whole different conversation. We'll unpack that on a different episode. And if you want to see that, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. But for this conversation, like, everybody else was their country's version of an illegal immigrant. It was their country version of leaving their country, coming to America in search of a better life, better opportunity.
You're talking about the Europeans and shit.
Yeah, the motherfuckers who run this goddamn country.
Well, they would argue that they came here legally. I mean, for example, think about the motherfuckers.
How? You just came. You did exactly what the Mexicans did. The only thing was there was nobody here to turn your ass around and build a wall.
It wasn't illegal. I mean, think about the motherfuckers that
it's only illegal because the illegal immigrants who came first said, "Hey, it's now a law that your ass can't come."
I mean, think about the motherfuckers in the briny deep that's over there by the fucking Titanic and shit, right? Like, you know,
wait, by the Titanic or by the submersible? What?
Well, I'm not talking about that fucking beer can that went down. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the actual Titanic, not the idiots that decided to go see it. I'm not talking about them, right? I'm talking about.
Hey, if you want to see our thoughts on the submersible, make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
Would you call it a submersible?
That's what they call it now.
I wouldn't call it that.
I mean, we wouldn't call it now because we know that it wasn't. But if it would have came back
up, I think a better fitting term for that bitch was
a group of dumbasses wrapped in plastic,
or
tin, or whatever the fuck that
sinkable. It did one thing well. It went down. I guess so.
Hey, I guess that's what it was supposed to do, right?
It wasn't aiming to go up.
Yeah. No, it didn't.
Hey, when they got down there, they said, "Wait a minute, Was we supposed to click the up button? We didn't install that.
It got to the depths of the Titanic and said, "Oh, that's the end of the tour."
That bitch had one of these motherfuckers got them control that bitch. Oh man.
If you
They
look
said,
to your left
"Excuse me,
out the
sir. What is
window,
that
that's-
for? Oh, this for my Call of Duty." Oh,
Say all them niggas went to the gulag. Oh fuck! Hey, man, we going to hell. Goddamn, I'm sorry.
rest in peace to all those billionaires that perished in that mishap.
Hey,
I
we ain't
mean,
gonna stick on this too long, but just real quick.
So,
So if you had 250,000 extra, you taking your black ass down there to see fucking Titanic?
honestly, bro, like if I had the and I guess this just goes to show you like how selfish and entitled we are, right? You know, like you got that type of excess money, man, and the first thing that you decided to do, and you took your kids with you, you decided to go basically invade a burial ground, which I think is fucked up. Leave them people alone, man. Like they died fucking decades ago. Leave them alone, centuries ago,
Bro, I
whatever.
just thought about. Did you see the new Dave Chappelle's special? I ain't gonna hold everybody up, bro. He got some submersible jokes that he had
Whoa.
in the host.
Yeah, but the crazy part about it, because to answer your question, like if you had like all this excess money, what would you do? And I think one of the people who don't get enough credit, Akon. Shout out to Akon.
Jesus,
Well, sure.
he warned
Shout out to
y'all.
Akon.
Relax.
You know, Akon came over here, man. Akon is making millions, but what is he doing? I don't know how successful this venture is going to be, but he is currently in the process of building a city.
City of Lights.
He's building a city.
Yeah, I thought he
back
started
in
that a
back.
while ago.
Yeah. He's building a city. And
He
I
built
think
it.
that's-
The Wakanda.
So
Speaking of that entitlement, though, I think that's part of the problem why many people may have an issue with this border crisis, right? Because of our entitlement as Americans, and I say our because we ain't no different, man. We all Americans. We all here, and it's a level of entitlement that we have, right? And I can see it. I can say that because we live in the United States, we like, yeah, put the wall up, right?
Yeah.
If we were living in Mexico, we would be like, please don't put the wall up. You know what I'm saying? But at the same note,
get my black ass over there.
right. But at the same note, my mind frame is it's either, first of all, do what you want to do, right? It's either we have rules or we have nothing at all.
Well, so here's the thing, though, right? Here's the thing. So you got to understand there are cons and pros to everything, right? So, for example, let's backtrack a couple of years. Look at the COVID era. Now, I remember a bunch of motherfuckers who, you know, they was giving out them $2,500 checks and shit, left and right, round after round. Everybody excited about it.
And they coming after everybody now. That's a topic for another show too.
But you know the thing about it
Like,
was,
share, and subscribe.
yeah, do that. I remember talking to one of my people, right? And it was like, yeah, I said, man, it's like, you know, we getting another round of COVID. I said, oh, here we go again. And he was like, oh, shit, if you don't want the money, give it to me. I was like, man, look, I have no qualms with it, but I understand, like, I understand economics enough to understand, you know, to see that money gonna come back some way. Oh, Uncle Sugar, I like to call him Uncle Sugar. Y'all call him Uncle Sam, whatever y'all call him. But he ain't giving you nothing that he don't intend on you spending. If he just randomly if you wake up tomorrow and he give you $72, his intention is for you to spend $75. Please believe that. You know what I'm saying?
73, but 75 sound about right.
Yeah, because that motherfucker said, hey, look, you know, it's a bunch of bullshit going on. They ain't spending no money. We need to give them some money so they can put that shit back in currency. They gave y'all $2,500 and you motherfuckers went out and spent $3,000. You simple Simon motherfuckers. So, but like I say, the cons and pros to it, right? So, like they gave y'all rounds of $2,500, and then they came back to y'all on the back end. You know what I'm saying? like you go and buy a car now, the APRs are sky high. You know,
Mhm.
gas prices are high, groceries are high. Like all of this shit is coming back full circle. Same thing when it comes out of immigration.
It's people paying 29% for the car.
Yeah.
I said,
So, like,
what the fuck?
It's the same thing when it comes out of
Paying
immigration.
$2,500 a month.
Yeah. When it
That's
comes out
not
of
including the insurance.
when it comes down to when it comes down to immigration, I understand the struggle, and I'm very, very empathetic. I promise
That's how
you,
you
I
get
am.
limits for $700.
I'm very empathetic. You know, of the immigrant struggles. I really am, but having to apply some foresight, because let's just say that illegal immigrant, he comes to America, and somehow, some way, while he's here, he marries a citizen, gets his green card, and in about 5 to 10 years, somehow, some way, files for his citizenship, becomes a citizen. So you came here for a better life, but you're going to be a victim of the systematically decreased economy that we are fucked by. You know what I'm saying? By your presence here. You see what I'm saying? So like it kind of like you gonna get this work, too, basically. So it's like one of those things. So that's the reason why I say stuff like, like, I'm not against immigration, providing that it's done the legal way. You're gonna come here, come the legal way. Don't go fucking tunneling your ass over.
Why do we
like,
calling it the legal way? Why don't we just change the law? This motherfucker done changed like 10, 15 laws anyway just to build the wall.
Oh, you
Yep.
talking about
Like-
Sleepy? That's
Sleepy
Boy?
Joe?
Yeah,
That's right.
like we can change the law so that immigrants could come the legal way. Like,
Well, now here's the problem with that. Now
oh,
here's the
shit.
problem.
Here we go.
You're gonna fuck around and have a food crisis.
Have you
gonna have-
seen the people walking around the streets of the United States of America?
Hey, bro, fuck that. All homeless
Access to
people.
food is the least of our
I am a
worries.
firm believer, because I used to be empathetic. I used to be sympathetic for homeless people. When I go to work every day, there is a fat woman who is homeless with a sign that says "homeless." Whatever. Anything will count. Food, whatever.
Don't you say that. She ain't say anything.
She is morbidly obese.
What she look like? Ah, shit.
She is morbidly obese.
She got a full
America
set of
is-
lips.
Bro, America is the only place where you could be homeless and morbidly obese at the same time. How the fuck does that make sense?
It doesn't.
Well-
She ain't homeless.
Exactly.
Well, it's a lot of things going on. I think that homelessness, right, increasing or adding to our homeless population is going to be a problem that we can't even foresee right now. I think that from a political point of view, there is going to be another voting block that's going to come in. But everybody, all the Hispanics, Mexicans, whatever you want to call them, that I've met, that's actually doing well for themselves, they vote Republican. They vote conservative,
Who wouldn't?
right?
Who wouldn't? You want to answer that question? You want to answer?
Yeah.
You
Go
want me to
ahead.
answer? Who wouldn't vote Republican? Honestly, the same motherfuckers who've been on
Wait.
government assistant.
You talking about all them niggas blocking the
Them
intersection?
people, the people who've been
They're
taking
all
advantage of
idiots.
food stamps for their whole life, them people, the people who've been paying $11 a month for rent, them people, those are the ones that vote Democrat. to be
Why
honest.
do we want to support a law, bill, right, wall, whatever that helps them people?
I don't know. Y'all put that sleepy boy in the house. I mean,
So look,
Sleepy Boy's building the wall.
oh
So
no. So he came in catering to them people.
mhm.
There it is. There.
So
it is.
what
That's
he
I wanted to
did
get to.
was he played off of the emotional strings of the.
Hold on. Before you lay that at the feet at Sleepy Boy, that's a Democratic ploy.
Well, of course. So he played.
I bring that up to say, when I asked the question, when you talk about voting Republican, I say, who wouldn't? The people who wouldn't are the people who vote Democrat. The people who
Well,
vote
and then
Democrat.
there's gonna be some
This is
people-
what the Democratic Party does to y'all.
I would argue that
couple of
there's no such
episodes
thing as there's no such thing as a Democratic Party. It's either the Republican Party or the Dixiecrats.
Yeah, but
Flat out.
in a couple episodes when we start, because elections is ramping up, and this year's an election year. When we start ramping up toward that, and you see my stance, and you see my shirt, and you see my viewpoint, and you see my life, you won't be confused. Like I'm establishing it now so that when it comes, it won't be shocking. And I'm making a statement, and I'm using you to assist me in making that statement.
Of course.
On the people who vote for Sleepy Joe and who vote for Barack and who vote for
Cam.
Of the all of the Democratic Party members.
I'm here for you, bro. And
this is what they doing to you. Y'all just not seeing it.
Now, what I will say for anybody that decide to hop in the chat and you decide to come for me,
bring your ass. Hop in the chat. Come for me.
Well, before you bring your ass, make sure you share, and subscribe.
Yeah, like, share, subscribe. Then bring your ass.
Like, share, subscribe, so we can go back and forth on a routine basis. Because we're going to get deeper into this political shit. But what I will say, before you come, make sure you do your homework, right? You know what I'm saying? Do your homework, because I'm equipped with that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, but nevertheless, so what I will say is this, right? Like, what I feel like that Biden did is he played off of the emotional strings of the working class, right? So the same people who are lifetime government assisted housing users, those people, he played off of the emotional strings of them. And then when he got deep into his he came with his own, he had his own agenda, and he put that shit in play. And for God's sake, right? For everybody who's in sound reach of my voice, I came from the gutter. I came from, the west side of Macon, Bloomfield Road,
chasing chickens and chopping wood.
You know what I'm saying? I was out there in the country, so
living in the double wide.
Yeah, I ain't always been in the suburban area. I worked to get here. So that being said, I've never got where I came from. But what I will say is, government assistance, food stamps, all the rest of that, I do believe in it. But I do not feel like that you should be on it for 40 years. I'm going to be honest with you. For all of you motherfuckers who don't have a driver's license, who don't have a decent job, and who've been on government assistance for all of these years and never took the time to open up a fucking book or nothing like that, all of you are leeches. And I just want to say it, because that's not what it's intended for. So for all of y'all who are complaining, so if y'all sit there doing this and you complain about shit like inflation and stuff like that, you're contributing to it. You selfish, simple Simon motherfuckers. That's my rant for today. Now,
so wait. Let me
look, go ahead. I was gonna hit you with a question too. But go ahead.
Now I already know your instinct. Build the wall.
Build it.
Shaw, what's your instinct on this?
I say build the fucking wall.
God, come on, man! You gonna leave me out to hang like that?
With this point right here, you gotta lead. You gotta be firm, but you gotta be fair. I don't care what state they coming in through. I don't care who's in office. I don't care what's going on. We got laws. We got rules. That's why people want to come to America. That's why people want to come to the United States, because of the laws and rules that we have. So if we put those laws and rules to the side, when do we stop? Y'all know my stance. If we make that exception, when do we stop making the exception? At what point? I mean, now, we all know what happened to Rome, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, it's some contributing things, and we're going to get to that later on in this thing, or what happened with Rome, but it was because of they kind of decided to take into. We need Lottie here for that, to kind of comment on what happened in Rome.
I said that's not fair, bro.
Yeah. But what I will say,
but a lot of it had to do with the politics, right? The politics of all these. First of all, everybody want to do their own thing. Not everybody want to follow the rules. Guess what? You got people trying to do this over here and people trying to do that over there, and it clashing. So then you had a breakdown of the system,
Right.
along with other things that contribute to the whole demise of Rome, the empire, right? But that's ultimately what I'm saying about, and we ain't talking about Star Wars, the empire. But that contributes to what I'm saying about us having these rules in place. We got to have these rules in place, or let's not have them in place.
Well, so that's the other thing, though, right? So I'm glad you brought that up, Shaw, because there's one thing I want to highlight, and it kind of supports the argument of my argument against not immigration, but illegal immigration, right? So I want to bring something up because I know, obviously, me being here, and don't get it twisted, bro. Like, there's a bunch of immigrants in, South Georgia and shit. I ain't never seen a motherfucker cut off the back. And for the audience, if you've seen this before, go ahead and
the bus.
Motherfucker cut the top off. You ever seen a convertible bus? Drop top bus filled with watermelon, my boy? Yes, Lord. hey, how you think we get? How you think we get these, boy? Hey, in that motherfucker, you ain't never tossed no watermelon and cantaloupe, put bitch in the back of the bus, boy. Yes, sir. Hey, out there, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Go to the market, boy. Get some watermelon, field peas, the whole nine, boy. Country shit, yeah. But on that, like I say, I've met a lot of immigrants, and so the illegal immigration is what I got a problem with. Because I know a lot of immigrants who came here the right way and worked their ass off to become I-551 holders, green card holders, and then they took the additional steps, paid the $400-500 to renew their shit every so often, and they in turn became citizens. I know the people who did that, and for all of y'all that's going to jump in the comments and say, oh, well, all of them, they were, they had silver spoons. Not at all. They just worked their ass off.
Mm-hmm.
So they cut a bunch of yards for $20 a fucking yard, and they saved their ducats. They didn't go out there buying fucking Jordans and Birkin bags and shit. They saved their ducats, and they applied their wits.
Which says a lot about them, right? A lot about their character, right?
Jordans too, don't
yeah.
And I even served with some of these guys who wasn't even citizens yet. They didn't get their citizenship till after they fought for y'all freedom, quote unquote. Y'all freedom. After they fought for that, still even, then they got their citizenship.
You fought for.
Hey man, fuck that shit, man. Build that bitch, man. Build that shit, bro. Like build it.
Okay. Let me pose a.
Wait. You had a whole different stance on this, though, right? When we were having the conversation, you had like a different.
I don't believe in the wall, man. Like, but again, like this goes back to the bring me your tire, bring me your poor, blah blah blah.
He wants some of that triple strand out there. That's what he wants.
No, like for me, it's a the quote unquote.
Why you just do this?
Because it's him. Look at Go ahead, try.
You know I'm on Nemo status. Like, god damn it, I'm working with a half of a fin.
Take my strong hand.
You going straight to the hot place. God damn. So you see what I'm working with here. Damn it. Look at these ones. Look at these ones. Look, I can do this. And then I got.
That nigga got balloons.
You
see him? Do
that these, bro. Look.
Oh, he got that Mac Mini over there. That's what that is.
That's what that is.
You see what's happening. You saw that.
Don't worry about it. Mine will be here Monday.
I spent a little bit. See, the Bow like the flex, and he said he got a nice little piece. I spent a little bit on mine, but point being, see, he about to flex again. Don't let him go. Don't let him go. That guy right there, cut him off. See, point being, when it comes to like how the country was founded, like what the country was supposed to be about, like I hear everything y'all saying. Unemployment rate, got you.
Yeah.
But quite frankly, anybody born here.
Hey, bro, be clear. I'm not bitching about the unemployment rate at all. I'm 4 years out from retirement.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Anybody born here, like, I have a different experience. I got to see a lot of the world, not just the country. I got to see a lot of the world.
100%.
So I'm like, the person born here at the lowest of low, the person here homeless, the person here. The dog highlighted certain things that a person had to go through just to get here.
Yeah.
So I'm like, a person who was born in that environment, a person who was conceived in that environment, born to that environment, came into this country, who didn't have a green card, who didn't have citizenship, who didn't have the ability to vote, who didn't have all these things.
100%.
That person has it so much better than most of the people in the world. So when a person ends up destitute here, now there's certain situations, there's certain circumstances, I get it. But when a person ends up destitute here, I'm like, hey, bro, like, you got two options. You can get up and go get it and get yourself out of that situation, or you can stay your ass to that bridge. But either way, I got no sympathy for you. And for the people who are deciding to risk their lives and their livelihood and their employment and everything just to get here for the attempt at the quote unquote American dream, I'm like, hey, bro, as far as I'm concerned, open up both sides of that double door. Let them motherfuckers in. Because if you don't want to work, it's a motherfucker coming through this border who will.
Well, let's get this established. The American dream ended in 1775. So for all of you free thinkers,
1965.
I'm talking about. Shout out to like 1775. At the birth of the nation, that shit started and stopped at the same time. But so be clear. So everything that you highlighted, the people that work their ass to do this, to do that, blah, blah, blah. For those people, building the wall doesn't stop them from doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, I'm not against immigration. I'm against illegal immigration.
Now, so for me, it's a. I don't know what's the best way to put this.
So you gotta think, bro. So
now we're about to tail off into a whole different.
No. So I give you a simple way to look at it, right? So
okay,
now, granted, you don't go grocery shopping, right?
No, I don't.
The other human that lives,
sort of.
Oh, you did it today?
No, that's not true. I actually went to the food court and got myself a hot dog and a pizza and waited for the grocery shop.
Oh boy, you went to Costco.
Hey, look. She came to the shit, said, you want to go to lunch? I said, man, I'm full as a motherfucker. I want to go home. I'm sleeping.
Hey, shout out to Costco, yo. Hey, but check this here.
Costco,
when was the last time? Because I know you got into smoking, a couple months ago. You got into smoking, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you got into smoking. So thus you went in
smoking food is what he's talking about, y'all.
Yeah.
So anybody who smokes meat, right? Typically, that ain't something that, like, going to go get the meat. That's not something that you task off to your wife.
Oh, no. So yeah.
You go get that yourself.
The Sunday.
Throw some of the recipes down there in the comments.
Yeah.
So
like going to get your
Yeah. Throw them in the fucking comments, bro. The Sunday smoke. Yeah, I wouldn't got that.
So like,
while we giving the smoke, we gonna get a smoke. You understand?
Yeah. So like when you went and got
good look, bro.
Yeah. So when you went and got your brisket that you smoked or whatever the case may be, you went and got that yourself. But you notice how that brisket that you got with decent marbling, that motherfucker was, and we ain't even talking about no ragu shit, right? We not ragu.
Ragu. We ain't talking about no
spaghetti. We ain't even talking about hey, for the audience,
you smoked spaghetti?
He's talking about wagyu.
Wagyu. We talking about wagyu, but I'm tripping. So we ain't talking about no wagyu.
Quite possibly the fake wagyu.
That's true. Nah. Hey, bro, stop though. Have you seen what them Japanese motherfuckers be doing to them cows and shit, bro? Them cows
topic for another day.
I have not. Cows live better than you.
All I know is that burger is the best burger I've ever had.
So yeah. So let's bring it back. So Hawk. So when you went and got that brisket that you smoked, right? You paid, because it was like a 13, 14 pound big boy, right?
You talking about that first bitch? Yeah, that was.
So you paid every bit about $60, $70 for that son of a bitch, right?
Yeah.
All right. Now, part of the reason why you paid that was because of this thing called supply demand. All right. So now, let's just say you open up the borders. Because at the end of the day, bro, ain't but so many cows out this motherfucker. Ain't but so many farms out this motherfucker. So let's say you open up the border and you just let a slew of the motherfuckers just hop across the Rio Grande. Now, mind you, they might not have green cards, and they may or may not be able to go and get the same jobs that you have. They may or may not be able, well, they can go to the same schools, but they may or may not be able to do the same thing that you do, but they can buy the same shit that you buy, barring they got them greenbacks.
Yeah.
So now what's going to happen is they can buy the same shit that you can buy with or without your credentials. So now that $60 brisket that you had, that you got, that you smoked for umpteenth hours, that $60 brisket then in turn turns to $100 brisket because there's so many people that want that son of a bitch, but ain't but so much in supply. So now because you want to open up the borders,
argue for a
and
right.
let them in. I want you. I want immigration. I want you to come. I welcome you, but I want you to come the right way. So now here's the other thing, though, right? I want to highlight this. I also want to highlight this. So illegal immigration is also making it harder for people who immigrate, but legal immigrants, right? So
it's the other side. That's right.
That's the other side that's fucked up. I want to speak on behalf of them as well, because the people who come here the right way, you know, whether it be, you know, through sponsorship, whether it be through asylum, whatever, the people who come here the right way and do the right thing, now it's taking them 10, 15 years to get a I-551 card, a green card. It's taking them 10, 15 years to do that. Now, here's the thing, though, right? So when they come here on work visas or school visa or whatever the case may be, every couple of years, they got to recertify. They got to renew their shit. So when they come out of them renewing their shit, they paying $800 to $1,000 depending on where they at every time they renew. So because there's an influx of people that's coming here, amongst other things, don't get me twisted, amongst other things, but because of that, like illegal immigration is contributing to that, and it's making their life hard. So I don't want to just sit here and speak on the entitled fucks that live here. I want to speak on the people who come in here the right way as well. It's making their life harder because now they're coming here, they cutting, you know, yards for $20 a head or whatever, slinging a watermelon in the back of a convertible bus, whatever the case may be. They're doing the right thing. But now it's making their life harder because they came here the right way. They did the right thing. But
how is it making their life harder though?
Because like the background check, there's a lot of shit that's coming up. So like, was it NC? I'm sorry for the audience. They correct me. Was it NCIS? No.
That's a show.
Not NCIS.
ICE. You talk about?
Not ICE. The motherfuckers who do the background investigation for the immigration.
FBI. One of them alphabet motherfuckers. That's who it is.
Yeah. But for them,
throw that in the comments, y'all. We need to throw that in the comments.
Yeah. But for the people who, you know, like when it comes down to the when they do like their background checks and stuff like that, like there's a backlog currently. So what used to take, you know, 3-4 years to do, now it's taking longer. And it's even affected, like even the ones that got sponsored. So it used to be if you came here and you got married to a U.S. citizen or something, or a soldier, or you know, or a fireman, a police officer. If you got married to something like that, you got prioritized. But even the ones now who are married to those people, they in a backlog. They taking 5, 6, 7 years to get their credentials. It's ungodly high now. It's crazy.
So I think that we touched on a lot, man. And this border crisis can go either way. I think ultimately we need to be cognizant of what's going on, and we probably gonna hit on this a few more times throughout the year because I think this is going to be an ongoing thing all the way up until elections, right? I think we're gonna have different issues dealing with the border because it's always been a hot topic. It's been a hot topic since I've been watching politics.
Hold on, Shaw. It's one second. I want to throw this out there. USCIS. I'm sorry. That's who it was.
US who?
USCIS, United States Citizenship and Immigration Services.
Okay.
Can hold the bottle up. Explain what tripped you up just now. We know what it is, but
so look, I think that this is going to be an ongoing issue. I think we're going to touch on this on multiple occasions. But what I do want you guys to understand, America, is that you voted for these people. You voted for these people that's in office that's doing this stuff right now. We had somebody in there who was holding it down, saying this is what we gonna do. This not what we gonna do. We gonna take care of the United States first. We gonna do these things this way, and nobody wanted to agree with him. Nobody wanted to give him a chance. Right now, look what we got. Hey, I do want to give a shout out though, man. Before we jump off of here, man. It was a series of movies that I grew up watching, and I still watch them to this day.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I don't know if y'all agree with me, but Rocky Balboa and the whole Rocky series.
Yeah, man. Shout out to what's my man's name?
The homie told me earlier, bro. I don't know his real name, but Apollo Creed, man. R.I.P., bro.
Yeah, what was his name?
It was Sam something, I think. Sam something.
I couldn't tell you. As far anytime I see him, he Apollo Creed, like.
Yeah, but
Carl Weathers. Yeah,
Carl Weathers.
Yeah,
Carl Weathers dead at 76.
Carl Weathers. I'm shit. How did he die?
That Russian. You ain't see that ass.
If he dies,
he's a great actor. Because in Rocky 4, it looked like that shit hurt. Bro.
He played for the Oakland Raiders. I didn't realize that.
He played for the Oakland Raiders?
Yeah.
That nigga got raided by Russia. Nah, man. Yeah.
You know, he was, hey, bro, like I said, like that whole movie, that whole Rocky saga was excellent, man. And when I saw him play Apollo Creed,
shout out to
Philly, huh?
Yeah. You know, we got a statue. We got a statue for him. We don't really know nobody who deserves a statue.
Yeah.
When I saw Apollo Creed in that episode, man, or that movie, that rendition of it, man, I thought it was just the bomb, man. And then the way that they kind of disliked each other and then became friends, man, it was just awesome. And he played in a bunch of movies with Adam Sandler too. He was real good in those movies. But anyway, rest in peace. He was a good actor, man.
I just want to, just for the record, let me scroll up and make sure I have the correct. For anybody that passed in the February 1st to the February 2nd time frame, I don't know. Did he die today or yesterday or the day before that?
This one came out about 8 hours ago. So
okay, cool. Well, I mean, technically for everybody during any time span that I've highlighted, but for anybody that passed,
was in the Mandalorian. Damn, who gonna play him now?
R.I.P. to you. Like, I don't understand why the hell why do people do R.I.P. to like celebrities they didn't know? Like,
because I'm gonna tell you why.
When Lot told me earlier, not to stop you, but when Lot told me earlier, I was like, bro, like, I get it, but I feel like there was a lot of people that died on February 2nd, 2024. I don't think it was just Apollo Creed, bro. Like, so if we gonna go down the rabbit hole on RIPs, I don't want to be sitting here for 9 hours going down this rabbit hole. So for anybody who took their last breath on February 2nd, 2024, said RIP, and I hope the place upstairs is better. today than it was yesterday because you present.
When Jesus
Agreed. On that note, like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell so you can get notified when we post. I'll holler at you.
Wait a minute,
That's the
hold
sound
on.
effect
Now.
we're gonna go with.
You ain't do that yet now. Y'all trying to holler at people. You forgot? You forgot?
I thought you did your quote already, but by CT.
Nah, I don't know that.
I said
That was
it's
his
still
quote.
your motherfucking set. That ain't the quote. That's just
That
a
was-
saying that he said. He
that
said
was
it's still
just
your
something
set.
Wait. Are we counting CT as a wise man?
Hey, real though. CT done been through some shit. He done been through some shit.
No. I'm not saying that he's not. I'm just saying like there got to be a line somewhere. Like,
Yeah.
look, we want MLK, Ralph Waldo Emerson, CT Fletcher. That's what we doing.
Hey, I actually met CT at a fitness expo.
You know what?
A couple months ago, man. Very
Shout out to CT, bro. The fact that this might be the first time he ever been neck and neck with MLK or Ralph Waldo Emerson.
Yeah. But the actual, not to take away from CT, man, I follow a lot of his videos. Probably one of the biggest gym motivators, probably the best gym motivator I've ever. But there's some times that I done went to the gym that I did not feel like working out, and I just cut on like his videos and just got motivated just off him screaming, especially like that the dumbbell gauntlet, the bicep gauntlet that he did. I put off on that motherfucker.
Shit.
And the only thing that motherfucker said was, "Oh,
you did your thing on that one. We got to put that. I'm gonna put that video in the
gotta drop that in there, bro."
Yeah. That's a motherfucker for anybody trying to build them buys.
But it's funny that Hawk said MLK though. What I want to leave everybody on is, and I think it's kind of applicable to some of the shit that we talked about today. It's from MLK, Martin Luther King Jr., and it says, "We must accept finite disappointment, but never lose infinite hope." You know what I'm saying? Translation: you gotta be comfortable with being uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Give you another one. Expect the worst, hope for the best type shit. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, like, I don't necessarily believe in disappointment. I don't necessarily believe in failure. I look at it as growth. You know what I'm saying? It's a lesson learned. You walk outside your back door tomorrow, you shatter your ankle in 16 different places. You look at it as a fucked up situation, but I look at it as a lesson learned. You know now to watch your motherfucking step. But your body just built itself up back stronger. That is a lesson learned. You don't just learn from your fucking your. Did
you just say a Sleepy Joe quote? Build back stronger.
Yeah, I did. But I'm one of them Trumpish motherfuckers.
I was gonna say, what you learned was,
yeah,
hey, they ain't goddamn illegal immigrant $20 and don't take your ass back.
yeah. But like I say, man, be prepared, man. Like nothing in life that comes with ease nothing in life that's worth having comes with ease. Simple as that. So be prepared for the struggle. Shit. Diamonds are made up under infinite fucking pressure.
Good night. We only needed one quote. Sweet Jesus.
Hey, let them flow. Let them do it.
Save some for tomorrow.
But I got one last quote.
Look,
I got
what you
one more,
learned
bro.
was
I got one more
life
before
with
you
me
cut me
ain't
off,
been
bro.
no crystal
I
stick.
got one more.
Don't put dope in your vein. Put hope in your vein.
I got one more to leave them with, Shaw. You ready for
Whose
it?
woods is these? I think I know.
I got one left for you. You ready for it, Shaw? You ready? Like, share, subscribe, motherfucker.
Oh, damn. Yeah.
And hit the notification
Speaking
bell.
motherfucking ducks,
We
bro.
out.
Let me take my last goddamn shot.